Okay, look, lady, we are trying to help you out here. The baby's coming out. Look at the head. The head is almost out. If you don't push, you're going to cut. Help us to take out the baby.
Hello, Sunny Bonani, Daxe, how's it? I'm Tim Modise. This is Sun News. Let's get it on. Our guest today is Julius Malema. Unfortunately, he won't be able to join us in the studio because he's currently in Mauritius. Mr. Malema, how are you feeling?
Team, I'm exhausted.
You mean after last week's Youth League protest march?
March? What march? Oh, yeah, that one. No, team. I'm exhausted from jet lag. It has been a long flight to recreational freedom.
Enjoy your game, Mr. Malema. We'll catch up with you later. Sports Minister Bheki Cele is having women trouble. He reportedly impregnated a 27-year-old Joburg model before going to New Zealand for the Rugby World Cup. Minister Mbalula, have you been playing hockey?
No, team. I was at a Halloween party. Besides, women find me irresistible, you know. If I remove my disguise, I will be torn to pieces.
So you met this young woman at a party and had sex with her. What does your wife think about that?
I was briefly separated from my wife when this thing happened.
Briefly separated?
Yes, she was out shopping.
Why didn't you use a condom?
I did, Tim, but it broke. They don't make condoms in my size.
Elephant?
Exactly.
And now you say she's trying to extort money from you.
That's right, Tim. And I'm not the first either. Zizi called has some stories to tell about this woman.
Maybe you guys should just keep it in your pants.
We are politicians, Tim. We like to give something back to the community.
That way?
Well, I was just making a deposit.
A retired Constitutional Court judge has been replaced as chair of the Board of Inquiry into suspended Police Commissioner General Bheki Cele's fitness for office. The change was made after fears of a possible conflict of interest. General Cele, or should that be Mr. Cele?
I may lose my job, team, but I will never lose my rank. I was born a general and I will die a general.
This is a strange time to be busy with target practice. Shouldn't you be preparing to defend your political future?
Damn. That's exactly what I'm doing, team. Preparing to defend my political future.
General Cele, the public protector found that you acted unlawfully in the lease deal, and it seems that by suspending you, the president agrees with her.
They have left me no choice. I am now an outlaw.
An outlaw? What do you mean?
It's high noon, team. It's time to take a stand against the cowardly sheriff who runs this one-horse town.
Isn't it a bit late? You are a lone ranger now.
Do you have a death wish, team? This is no country for old men. I am the last of the Mohicans and the fastest gun in the western suburbs. I have true grit and I will die with my boots on. Damn! Stop ducking, you sucker motherfucker!
Yeah, General, right. All you need now is a fistful of dollars. A South African woman has been charged with sexual assault and may go to jail after groping a male flight attendant on a Virgin Atlantic flight from Joburg to London. Catherine Goldberg drank half a liter of whiskey before repeatedly grabbing the air steward's crotch.
What can I get you, madam?
Some more of this damn fun, whatever it is, barman.
That's whiskey, madam. You have been drinking it for the past.
Yay, it's whiskey o'clock. Give the whole plain one and show the pilot. Tell him it's on me. Ooh, hello, sailor. You can be on me anytime you like. What's your name, gorgeous?
My name is Jean-Pierre, but my friends call me Peaches. You can call me Jean-Pierre.
Jean-Pierre, I want to join the Mile High Club. Take me to the bathroom. Take me now.
Madam, may I remind you that you are on a Virgin Atlantic flight?
So what? Doesn't mean we all have to act like virgins, does it?
Madam, that is a restricted area.
Jean-Pierre, I'm not a hijacker. I demand access to your cockpit.
Madam, please keep your hands to yourself or I'm going to have to restrain you.
Yes, restrain me by all means. Please, but first, we must check your landing gear.
Madam, please, I insist that you desist from this illegal fondling at once.
You wouldn't be saying this if I was Richard bloody Branson, would you? Fine. Just bring me whiskey. And next time I'm flying with SAA. You can do anything you like on SAA, bastards. Driver, stop the plane. I want to get off.
Let's cross now to Julius Malema. When we last checked, he was wrapping up a round of golf on the tropical paradise island of Mauritius. Mr. Malema, I see the game is over.
The game is never over, team. The revolution will always... Hey! Come on, guys. I'm working here. That was close. What were you saying, team?
Your critics back home here are wondering what kind of revolutionary goes straight from a protest march to a beach holiday in Mauritius.
I am leading from the front by showing the poor how they can be more like the white capitalists.
Newspapers are reporting that the Hawks have uncovered solid evidence linking you to corruption in the awarding of tenders in Limpopo. There is also talk of fraud and money laundering charges. Are you worried?
Do I look worried? Yeah? If the Hawks want to interview me, they know where to find me.
Where? At a holiday resort in Mauritius?
Stop being chacharachti. I'm not on holiday. I'm studying the white capitalist lifestyle. It's not easy, but someone has got to do it. Tell the Hawks I'll be skiing in Switzerland after this. Then maybe some surfing in Hawaii. And a little bit of sightseeing in Paris.
What is it that makes politicians all over the world such hot rabbits? It's as if, as if they can't keep their thing in their pants.
Are you talking about this Frenchman who ran the IMF? What has he done again?
Yes, there's him, He is more than a rabbit, this man. He is a rabbit who's been chomping on rhino horn, There was, of course, Bill Clinton and his cigar, Berlusconi doing bunga bunga everywhere, all those British ministers, our own president and a baby oil, and now this young sports minister, Fikile Mbalula, who's apparently been cheating on his wife in a golf locker room, and without a condom. What is it with politicians? I mean, you were a politician, Tada. You must have had women throwing themselves at you all the time. Did you experience these sort of temptations?
Golf?
Golf? What golf?
That game never made sense to me.
Oh, my God.
Oops.
President Mbeki, welcome to Zara News.
Thank you, Tim. It's good to be back.
At the ANC Youth League March last week, Julius Malema shouted, "Viva Mandela! Viva Motlanti! Viva Mbeki! No viva for Zuma?" What do you make of that?
Quote Siakum it Siakum venit.
Are you feeling okay, Mr. Mbeki?
It's Latin, Tim. It means what goes around comes around, and so on and stuff like that.
Well put, sir. We'll come back to you a bit later. ANC stalwart Winnie Mandela has said there will be a change in the leadership of the ruling party in Mangaung next year. She was speaking at an event to mark the 60th anniversary of Drum magazine. Mrs. Mandela, you said the ANC is not into recycling. What did you mean by that?
Amandla!
Mrs. Mbeki Cele Mandela.
Amandla!
Away too. Now, if you could say...
The dustbin of history is full of old presidents, Tim. We don't recycle them. We get new ones.
Are you saying President Zuma is heading for the dustbin?
We will give him his own dustbin, Tim, because he is not biodegradable like Thabo Mbeki. Nothing sticks to this man. I think he is made from Teflon.
ANC Secretary General Gwede Mantashe said your comments were ill-disciplined, given the party's decision not to talk about leadership succession.
There are dustbins for Secretary Generals also.
You have been defending Julius Malema at his disciplinary hearing. Would you like to see him become president?
Julius? Mama. Julius? Mama. Have you been a good boy? What did you do?
I pee-peed in my pants. And I did a little corruption.
There, my baby. It's just the winds of change.
President Jacob Zuma's hotline will receive an extra 16 million rands from the budget. This comes on top of the 23 million rands already spent on the project. President Zuma, is it really worth spending so much money on the presidential hotline?
That's an interesting question, Tim. A stupid one, but interesting. What kind of president would I be if I didn't have a hotline? Barack Obama has one. So does David Cameron. And look at the president of France, Tim. He has a hot wife as well as a hotline.
Try to focus, Mr. President. 40 million rand over 3 years. For a hotline? How do you explain these costs?
You must remember that it is a toll-free line, Tim. The people who call the hotline don't pay for the call. The government does. It is a service we provide.
But the government funds the hotline with taxpayers' money. So, indirectly, we are paying for the calls.
Don't try to confuse me with logic, Tim. The point is that millions of people are calling the hotline, which proves that it is a success. We are very proud of it.
But surely it would be better if the hotline never rang at all. That would indicate everyone was happy and nobody had any complaints, not so?
Did you see how decisive and presidential I've been lately, Tim? Fire this one, fire that one. I like this job.
Let's get back to our studio guest now. President Mbeki, in 2008, Julius Malema said, "We don't want this man. He has become a dictator." He was talking about you. Now, 3 years later, he is showering you with vivas. What's going on? Are you making a comeback?
No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it is not the same river and is not the same man. Heraclitus, pre-Socrates, I think that says it all.
What do the words arms deal investigation mean to you?
I say bring it on, Tim. Bring it on. I have lots to tell the commission. No, wait, that's not right. I have nothing to say.
So, you were never paid 30 million rand by a German shipbuilding company to guarantee them a submarine contract?
Interesting word, that. Submarine. Beneath the sea. It reminds me of a poem I once heard. Where are your monuments, your battles, martyrs? Where is your tribal memory? Says, in that grey vault, the sea has locked them up. The sea is history, and so on and stuff like that.
Some would say, and so are you.
Mr. President, the media wants to know, now that NATO has won the war in Libya, can it win the peace?
Tell them, yes, we can.
Yeah, but can we?
Yes, we can.
But can we?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, but you said that about the economy too, Mr. President. Can we discuss a more thorough response?
Yes, we can. Just not now. Oprah rerun in 10.
Shops and restaurants have been heavily hit by this week's national shortage of liquid petroleum gas. Brooklex Mpundu, isn't there some alternative source of gas we can use next time there is a shortage?
Yes, Tim. Scientists are already finding lots of alternative sources.
Freedom! Freedom! Tendencies! Tendencies!
Jobs. Jobs. Jobs.
Wow, that's very promising.
Yes, they both make lots of promises, Tim, but unfortunately, the biggest source of gas is no longer available. No, man, I must retire, then don't call me gas, my friend. I'm not going to talk into that bloody balloon no matter what you call me. Yay! Is that what they call a speech bubble? I love comics, except they're not comical, Some of them is very violent and bloody like rugby. Yeah, I must go to the bunker already, and I haven't even stopped yet. Flip, I'm going to miss my ride. Buckies, wait for me!
Authorities say that 17,000 people refused to be counted by the census and will now face prosecution. Maybe this is a stupid question, but if you know how many people refuse to be counted, then technically doesn't that mean you counted them? Doesn't that make prosecution a bit draconian?
How do you mean?
Well, the main job of a census is to count people. You know that 17,000 refused. So you add 17,000 to the main total, and that is your population.
But we didn't count them.
So how do you know how many there are?
Because we counted.
This is a tedious sketch about a tedious story. Please go away. New reports suggest that South African mercenaries hired to rescue Muammar Gaddafi may have been tricked into leading him into a trap. But one of the strangest details is that Gaddafi wanted to live in a tent in the Karoo.
Yeah, look, he said he wanted to live in a tent in like a hot, dry place. So we mentioned the Karoo, and he said he sounded bakgat, but we said, nee, boetie leader. Dat is gevaarlijk, man. It's very dangerous.
Because of wild animals?
No, because of Karoo sheep farmers. Do you know what they would do to a oak who wears dresses and has a Diana Ross sperm and lives in a tent? They'd moor him.
Well, at least he's living in a very hot and dry place right now.
You've seen ER. Now get ready for NHI.
Critics are calling it topical,
I need a spy. Stat. Has anyone got a spy?
arousing,
Dr. Zuma, is that a stethoscope in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
For the last time, I am not having a sex change. My voice is just naturally deep.
action-packed,
His medication has worn off. Quick, Nurse Mbeki. Give him 3 shots. Damn it. That's not what I meant.
Do you know who I am?
Oh dear, we've got an amnesia case.
No, he is here for an emergency liposuction. Give me a number 2 blade. Number 2.
NHI. It's not just national health insurance. It's sick. Coming soon to an emergency room near you.
Sawa, how come I didn't see you at the youth march at Pretoria, Desmond?
You didn't see me because I wasn't there. Do you remember how old I turned last month, Tada?
Well, you really missed out. We had a lot of fun out there.
What? Oh, stop pulling my leg, man.
All of those young people under the scorching sun, walking and chanting peacefully, that brought me back, yes.
Yeah. You actually watched them on TV, right?
I actually followed them, Desmond. Momo Tochezi, Almanuk, Kayatila, interesting young people.
I don't know. Surely if you had been there, it wouldn't have been only the youngsters, but the whole country, the whole world would have followed you.
That's what Quintley said.
Who?
A nice girl. She was right up there at the front of the march.
I don't know what to say.
Who can that be? Oh, it's a DM from Josie Cortez.
What? Who? Don't tell me you are on Twitter, Dada.
Of course I am. You can follow me, but I can't guarantee I will follow you back. You are such a gabbitwit.
Gabby? Who's Gabby now? Bambi Benadi, why do you want to be Miss South Africa?
I want all the little baby whales and rhinos in Israel and Northern Ireland to be free to marry whoever they want without intoleration and bullying. And I want to start a shelter for girls with bad hair, and I want a tiara.
Bambi, I don't know if you read the news this week.
No, I can't read.
Okay, well, another contestant couldn't name any of the provinces. Can you?
Of course. Happy, sneezy, dopey.
It's going to be a long week.
But first, Julius Malema says he is tired of being threatened with arrest and has told the Hawks to bring it on. Julius, these are fighting words.
Team, if they want to arrest me, then they must arrest me. I have got nothing to hide.
Nothing.
Are you sure?
Yes. Shut up. Yes, team. I have nothing to hide. I'm not going anywhere. Oh, my God. Right. Get down.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
No, you idiot. Get down on the floor.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Shut up, Floyd.
The United States has cut off all its funding to the United Nations Cultural Organization UNESCO after it accepted Palestine as a member. President Barack Obama, why the heavy-handed tactic against an organization that serves humanity?
McDonald's is an organization that serves humanity. Palestine is a rogue state hell-bent on destroying our vision for the Middle East.
Which is?
Kind of like Vegas, but without all the strippers.
Mr. President, isn't this going a bit far?
They went too far first, demanding to live in the place where they were born and where their parents were born. I mean, when will the madness end?
Mr. President, your country refuses to acknowledge the statehood of Palestine. And yet, wasn't the United States also once an occupied territory, engaged in a guerrilla war against oppressors?
We are nothing like Palestine. On the one hand, you have a nation controlled by a corrupt government full of religious fundamentalists, a heavily armed population, and a history of resorting to violence. And on the other hand, you have...
Palestine.
Hillary, how much fallout would there be from a drone strike on South Africa?
Fallout? You want to go nuclear?
Political fallout! Damn it. I can't work like this.
Robert Mugabe has threatened to hit Swiss properties in Zimbabwe in revenge for Switzerland refusing him and his wife visas. But Matt Bob, why so upset? You know you're not allowed to travel. Tim, I understand being discriminated against by gay homosexual poofer Betty boys like England and the United States. But Switzerland, I thought those bloody yodeling cheesemakers were supposed to be neutral. They are just applying international law. Oh, please. Switzerland built its economy on Nazi gold. Their banks protect the savings of thousands of mafia godfathers, dictators, warlords, and psychopaths. And I should know. So, which Swiss properties are you going to target in Zimbabwe? Team, Nestle had a big milk powder factory in Harare. We are planning to drop 1 billion gallons of water on it, stir it with a huge spoon, and turn the whole thing into a cappuccino. Mr. Mugabe, there are reports that you want to retire, but you are worried that it will destroy the ZANU-PF. Does that mean you are the last remaining member of the ZANU-PF? Rubbish, team. The party is stronger than it has ever been. Look, here is a photo of all our members. That's just you, photocopied 100 times. No, these are the results of my cloning program. Photocopying isn't the same as cloning. We are on a small budget, team. And finally, to our studio guest. The Democratic Alliance hit the headlines with rumors of a split in the party caused by the victory of Lindiwe Mazibuko as the leader of the party in parliament. Helen Zille, one of your black MPs attacked you on the grounds that you had appointed Mazibuko as window dressing and that you had forced members to vote for her. How do you respond?
Tim, don't underestimate how important window dressing is. I mean, if you were shopping for a new suit, would you go into the shop with the Armani in the window? Or the one next door with the mankini?
Good point.
And why is it window dressing when the DA appoints a black woman into a position of power? But it's not window dressing when the ANC takes a bunch of nationalist capitalists and dresses them up as socialist revolutionaries.
Yes, but surely Mazibuko should be appointed on merit.
Okay, so on the one hand, we agree that black people need affirmative action to redress past imbalances, but on the other hand, this black person must be appointed purely on merit. Exactly.
Okay, moving on. Helen, was this an issue of race or was it gender? I mean, America showed in 2008 that it would rather be governed by a black man than a white woman. Gender discrimination is still far more widespread than racism. How big a role does plain old sexism play in this?
Tim, nobody has ever disrespected me as a woman in the DA.
So there is a culture of non-sexism in the party?
No, it's just that they know I'll stab them in the eye with my stilettos, cut off their ding-dongs, and wear them like Lucky Charms around my neck.
Ouch! Well, that's our show. But we'll be back, hopefully with our ding-dong still intact. Why are we doing this? Because here we can. So from me, Tim, and the team is Hamburger. Goodbye and Futek.
Watinta Bafasi, Watinta Bakotu. You strike a woman, you watch out for your ding-dongs.